and I think we're moving closer to getting consensus. The first one that I agree with is that we do have a social crisis. Besides the criminals and gangsters, I think many people in South Africa are just a bit too violent. If we look at the protest, it's fine for people to protest, but they go the extra mile and they destroy things and they even injure other people. If we look at the high levels of domestic violence, if we look at the high levels of child abuse, we're supposed to be nurturing our future, but instead there are some people who prefer to destroy our children instead of protecting them and building them. So yes, there's a social crisis, and that crisis must be acknowledged and it must be confronted. And we need all organs of civil society and state to see how we're going to overcome it. And in that regard, there'll be another opportunity for debate. There's the White Paper on Safety and Security that begins to provide a framework for debate. And then the second thing that I agree with is that to a large degree, the Firearms Control Act was good, and from our opinion, from our side, we obviously think that now it's even a bit better. But the statement that we need to get the fundamentals in place in terms of compliance with the Act is a very valid statement. And in that regard, too, we're talking, when we look at the issuing of the competency certificates and how that process is undertaken and that it needs to be tightened up, I think that element is noted. Then the last one is on the issue of data. And as the Secretariat, we acknowledge that there is a data gap, both with regards to the collation of the data and the quality of the data. So as I had indicated earlier when I did my remarks, the Civilian Secretariat is currently doing research on collating and analyzing all firearms-related data since the year 2000, including death and injury. That will help. And one of the things that we're going to, one of the objectives of the study is to ensure accurate and accessible data on the supply, possession, safe storage, transfer, and use of firearms. This will include the process of destruction of firearms and the gaps in this regard, including the sale of guns that were supposed to be destroyed. Thank you.
Thank you very much.